Hello everybody, in this video we're going to be looking at two classes, labeled and label. Labeled is a subclass of control and a label is a subclass of the class called labeled. If you open up the documentation, click on this tree and then click all classes, you're going to see the hierarchy of all classes in JavaFX. And if we scroll down, we're going to see that there is a class called node. This is the base class for all the nodes, and we can see all the subclasses of the nodes in a tree-like structure. And if we go far enough, we're going to see that the control is subclass of the node, and we're going to see all subclasses of the control class. And we can see that the labeled is the subclass of the control class, and there are lots of classes under the class called labeled. These are all the classes under the class called labeled. Let me just select them quickly. Alright, so basically labeled controls are controls which display some form of a text on them, and label is one of them. Also, it can be a button because we usually write some words on the buttons. It can be a checkbox, or it can be a radio button. We're going to be looking at a checkbox and radio buttons in the later videos. So labeled class defines the common properties for all the classes that are labeled. The common properties for the button, combo box, radio button, and label. Most of them have the font of the text, for example, or they have the text alignment or the text field, and so on and so forth. You can browse all their common properties in the labeled class. Since it's an abstract class, we will not be able to create an instance of the labeled. Yeah, we can create its object using the new keyword, but a label class is its concrete subclass, and we can create labels easily. To be able to create labels, let's just look at its constructors. So label class has three constructors: an empty one, the one which takes the string, and the one which takes a string and a node. Basically, a label can take a graphic. Let me show you an example. So this is the result of our program. Here we have a bunch of text and a bunch of images. Let's analyze this program line by line. Here we have an image which is being loaded from the images folder, the flag of our country. Don't forget to write this file before accessing the image file if you're in IntelliJ IDEA. And then we have a label. This label has a text, Kazakhstan and 18 cities, this text, and it has this node graphic. So this flag, the picture of the flag is going to be the graphic. We set the style for this label. The color of the border is going to be green, and the width of the border is going to be 2 pixels. The set content display means relative to the label where we place this graphic. We display it under the label or on the bottom of the label. That's why it's going to be content display bottom, and then this method makes the color of the text red. Then we have another label called circle, which has a graphic of a circle, and we display the circle on top of this label, and we color the text with orange color. Here is it. Then we have the rectangle. The rectangle is displayed on the right side of the label. The ellipse is displayed on the left side of the label, and then we have this very complex structure. This is basically a stack pane. On the stack pane we have an ellipse, and then we have a label. You know how stack pane works. Stack pane just puts everything in the middle, so it puts the ellipse and puts the label right on top of this ellipse. It appears as if this label is inside the ellipse. And then we create a label and attach the stack pane into that label as a graphic and display it on the bottom part of the label. So this is going to be the result of running this piece of code. And then we create the hbox. The spacing for the elements inside the hbox is going to be 20 pixels. It means here we have 20 pixels distance, here we have 20 pixels distance, here between all the elements of this hbox we have 20 pixels of distance. And then we have all 5 labels placed inside, and then we create the scene, put that hbox pane into that scene, and then set the title. And then this option makes your window always to stay on top. So right now I'm clicking in IntelliJ IDEA, but my window doesn't disappear. So this option allows you to make your window be always on top. So this is it. This is the label class. To be able to do more things with the label class, just go ahead and browse its documentation. There are lots of things you can do with the label class. You can also set the label for other node. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Thank you guys for your attention. See you guys on the next one. Bye.